Welcome back. This video is a follow-up to the tips and tricks tutorial on loops. Before watching this video, make sure that you have seen all the previous videos in this playlist. In this video, I will make my existing model a little bit more complicated by inserting jump lists, conditions, and calculations. If you are still unfamiliar with these terms, I highly recommend that you watch the basic tutorials on these subjects first. Just pause this video, click the topic you want to learn about, and continue when you feel ready to explore these topics in the context of loops. Now, let's start. Jump lists can help you and the end user to keep track of where you are in the application. To make this application more organized, as well as a little bit easier on the eye, I will add a jump list to my node. As you can see, the loop keeps track of how many times it is used in the jump list window. But as soon as you start to enter more than 5 employees, the overview that you gain with jump lists is quickly lost. To bring back that organization to the jump list, we can give each employee a number. To do this, I will browse to the starting node of the person graph. Here, I'm going to add a calculation that includes a function that was not covered in the previous videos on functions. The function I am adding is called getValueFromCallingNode, and I will make it retrieve from the variable counter. What this function does is that it takes the value from the counter that I made earlier and puts it into the calculation I am making now. So what I am basically adding to this calculation is the number of employees I have added the information of so far. Still confused? Let's quickly continue and see the result. I will navigate to the information node to make the correct number of the employee appear in the jump list. To do this, I will add an indented label to the information node and insert the calculation into the description by using a caret, or the upside down V symbol above the number 6 key. If I save and run the application now, the title that will appear on the information screen includes the number of employees that you have already added the information of. However, this means that the first information screen shows a 0, because you have not added any employees' information before that. This is very easy to change. I will just have to browse to the original calculation, add 1 to the value in the calculation, and save the model again. Run the model, and the first employee will also start with the first number, the number 1. Now that you know how to use jump lists in combination with loops, let's bring conditions into the equation. To show how you can use conditions with loops, let's go back to the person graph. Imagine that I only want to ask for the employee's salary if this person is born before 1994. For this, I will have to move my salary question to a separate node. I'll press the screen button once to make sure that it will still appear the same in the application. To make the salary node optional, I'll also add an ending node. To edit the condition, I'll simply double-click the salary goto. By pressing the 3 dots, I can make the condition more specific. I'll choose birthday, make sure to select lower than, and write the 1st of January 1994 in numbers between quotation marks. Now, if I save and run the application, it will not ask the salary for the 1995 born Dan, but it will ask that of the older Peter. Lastly, we will focus on how you can intertwine calculations in loops. For this, I will have to go back to the main branch of the decision tree. One of the pieces of information asked in the decision tree is the monthly salary of the employee. With calculations, I can easily add up all of these individual salaries. To do this, I will first add a calculation named total salary with the value of 0. After that, I will copy and paste the calculation, as you have learned to do in the advanced tutorial on copy and paste. In this case, I need the start of the salary to be 0, so I have a starting number. The second calculation in the Actions window is the actual calculation of the total salary. Here, I will first type the starting value, total salary, and add the salary variable with reference to the counter. I can move the second calculation into the loop by moving it up the list of actions. To make sure that I can eventually see the total salary added up in the decision tree, I will have to make a separate ending node named Summary. In this node, I can remove the original text and add the variable that shows us the total salary. Also, make sure that the finish node is the last one in the decision tree. If we run the model and add a few random salaries, we see that they are correctly added up on the summary page. And that's it for loops. For more tips and tricks, continue to the next video in this playlist. There, you will learn how to utilize datasets with the Berkeley Publisher.